Good morning and welcome to a review of My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex. Now, we're on episode 10 and I gotta say, a lot of folks are dropping this series. A lot of folks. Yeah, with only 2 episodes left down the road, a lot of people are dropping this already because many people don't think this show is gonna be like that much as Domestic Girlfriend. Which, by the way, Domestic Girlfriend, still to this day, is one of those shows that you should recommend. For a show like My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex, the story is kind of mediocre. I mean, a 6 out of 10 at best. I give it a 6. Now, again, I'm going back to Domestic Girlfriend because Domestic Girlfriend has an interesting storyline and is really good for it. And Domestic Girlfriend has this love triangle spat that's going on, and they're going over the top as step siblings. Whereas this show is not going on that Domestic Girlfriend route. What they're trying to do is keep it on a low profile and not go to the extreme. Because it's just about 2 steps. It's just about them breaking up, reunited now, and they still can't get along despite them having feelings. So it's like the story for that it's trying to keep it on a low. Whereas Domestic Girlfriend, it going to the majors, and that's what this is. So last week we had a flashback episode. And I said 80% of it is all Yume's fault, and still to this day I agreed with everything I've said. All this is Yume's fault. Now, after last week's flashbacks episode giving us all the details and all the answers, we now diving back into the present. And like the present time, well, a lot of things that happen. And they gave us 2 scenarios, 2 skits to be devised. So let's get right to the review of My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex. Okay, I want to take one note about this. The cockroach. Oftentimes in anime, they don't really show a cockroach in real life. I mean, my bad. They don't really show a cockroach. You know how, anything like a little black squirmy thing coming, like a little black, they censored it. Sometimes they will censor it, sometimes a little black, little squiggly thing, and they don't show it. But when they show a roach when they show the roach in the show, it's kind of freaking out. I freaked out. I'm like, wow, I ain't expect them to do that. I mean, I thought they were gonna censor it, but they showed the whole thing, and Yume's freaking the fuck out. So she had no choice but to stay in the room with Mizuto while he put the pesticides in his room. Now they killed a roach. Okay, that's the first kill we got this season. I mean, that's the first kill count we got. We killed a roach. Okay. But then they share the same bed. But the way how the bed, you're sharing a twin-sized bed. And awkward enough, Yume is sleeping right next to Mizuto, but they facing the other way. And Mizuto does not want to make a move on Yume, not even close. Because Yume understands the whole positivity of okay, 1, we dated before. 2, we're step siblings, let's just be step siblings. Okay. But when he turns around, he sees Yume's lips and all that stuff, ignoring that and try to turn away. So basically, nothing happened. I'm pretty sure everyone realized that, oh, they're not going to do anything, they're going to kiss or whatnot. I mean, of course not. They're step siblings. I mean, it's not Kiss Exes, which, by the way, the Kiss Exes ending was so huh? That ending I didn't expect it, but still, I ain't going to that Kiss Exes route. Forget it. So, they go and show I like the mom. You know how rare it is to say best mom? You know how rare it is to say best mom of the year? I think this right here is, I think this one is best mom, But anyway, her idea is, okay, why don't y'all just go shopping with Mizuto? Nah, come on, just do it. Yume doesn't want that because, again, they're going to think like they're dating. But come on, it's not like the whole school knows. It's like the whole school knows that you and Mizuto are step siblings. It's not a big deal. Now, if you were to tell your friends or anybody in the class that Mizuto was your boyfriend at the time, and then now they don't freak out. But everybody knows that you have a stepbrother. I mean, like, it's not a big deal. So I didn't think, like, why she had to put on disguise. I didn't, like, why? Why she had to put on disguise makes no sense. Now, this is where this episode goes to a fan service route. Once again, fan service. We see Yume in a swimsuit. And this is the first time getting a swimsuit, by the way. Now, I know people are going to say, oh, she looks good in a swimsuit. I get that. She looks freaking good. Okay. And there's already, right now it's already in Twitter, when her photos with her skin body and her whole bra and all that stuff, her whole swimsuit outfit. I get it. Everybody likes that. Everybody's saying she's best girl. And we ain't going, no, it's Higashira. And I think Higashira stole the spotlight in the second half. But continue on to the first half. You know, that scene where the wind blew and knocked her hat off, Mizuto tried to catch it. But if you look closely at that, he grabbed it and leaned towards it. Like, he just leaned towards it. And then Yume was trying to, like, kiss, like a little kiss, but a little pluck. Like, come on, Mizuto's not doing that. He's smart. He's smart enough. Like, come on. Now, let's get to the second half. Higashira. You know, Higashira, best girl. Best girl. I mean, let me just say this. If you'd asked me, where would I put Higashira as best girl of the summer? Me personally, top 5. But she's not better than that vampire from Colin Knight. She's not better than Vermel from Vermel is Golden. And she's not better than Roxanne from Harem Lappin' for Another World. I will put her 4th or 5th. I mean, I'm not counting Rent a Girlfriend because Rent a Girlfriend already came out. I'm not counting season 2. I'm only counting the new shows that aired out. So, to me, Higashira is like 4th or 5th at best. Okay. You gotta love the positivity that Higashira has. I mean, she's like seeing her laying her head on using her head to lay on Mizuto's lap, like, so it was like a dog. It was like a little dog, like, petting. And you see Mizuto just scratching, like, just rubbing her hair or whatnot. And you got Yume sitting on the sideline that they're watching a movie, and she gets jealous as fuck. I mean, literally. Because the thing with Yume is that I know that Yume sees Higashira as a rivalry, as a rival. Higashira doesn't really, like, it's like Higashira is not stirring the pot. She's not stirring the pot to get this jealousy. No, it's not like that. Yume, on the other hand, is trying to push her away because she still has feelings for Mizuto despite that. But those moments where she's staring at her boobs, and then she just unzipped, and then Higashira zipped up her jacket and starts feeling the shirt and, like, scratch. I'm like, oh my god. And animators, I see what I did there. I see what you did there. You not only zoomed in on that, but you also put I can't believe I saw like a photo on Twitter, and they got the moment where Higashira and her thick, the backside of her, like, so I'm like, y'all are so freaking, y'all so freaks. The thickness, everybody's like, oh, so thick and all that. It's posted on Twitter, and I saw it. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. But I'm not judging y'all, but I'm just saying, I find that fun. I mean, yeah, I understand Higashira is all that. I get that. But y'all put that on Twitter and just like, wow. But anyway, so she tried Higashira teasing him, and even though Mizuto doesn't have feelings like that, on the one side though, Yume sees that. So when Mizuto got all tired from watching the movie, he's like, I'm gonna go this way. It was like, would you rather have Yume or Higashira? So he sat down, he just turned this way, boom, laid on Yume's lap to ask her to clean his ear. Now Higashira is just teasing Yume, like, oh, I should kiss him while he's sleeping, He's just teasing Yume. Now, after that, the mom, uh, Yume's mom was very, very positive about it. He's like, this girl, Higashira, she's a nice girl. I mean, they're always in the library or whatnot, you know. But leave it to the mom to be like, look, he's one-upping you right now. He's already getting a girlfriend. Why don't you try getting a boyfriend? Just trying to find a guy you like. Just try to find a guy you like. You're smart. You have gorgeous body. Just find a boyfriend. Okay. You gotta love the mom positive energy in this one. You gotta love it. But in that moment at the end, Yume was saying, "I don't want no one to have Mizuto," and she realized, what did I just say? She now comes in terms of like, with 2 episodes left, if I don't do something about it, if I don't say something, I don't know what. Now, I don't know what Yume is going to do. Either Yume tells stepdad / mom, or tell Higashira, or tell anyone about this, about their past. I don't know. Because sometimes when you get close to sometimes we get closer towards the end of the series, there's always like a climax. Sometimes like that is always a climax, almost towards the conclusion of it. And you're like, oh my God, this is going to be freaking interesting. And like this episode was very interesting because we got to see more of Yume's being more jealous, more like being now almost open towards Higashira and the relationship she has with Mizuto. Now, again, this episode is mostly on Yume's part because Yume wants to not anyone have Mizuto. Like, there's times when she wants Mizuto to be single, but there are times overall where she doesn't want a female companion to be close to him. It's like, for Yume part, it's like, if I just find a female friend that is kind of like me, that's fine, and he can. But if it's someone who's outranking me in terms of looks and all that, I'm gonna lose, and I can't have him over. I can't have her over him. But we'll see where this goes later on. But anyway, this was a very interesting episode. We got to see more of the I understand a little bit of I know we got to see some fan service in this one again. But rest assured Yume's gonna do something more dramatic, and we'll see where that goes. So I look forward for next week's episode of it, and I'm sure you will.